Hey everyone, I'm Charu, a yoga and mind body coach. Thanks for watching my channel. We're here in conversation with Amish Patel, the award winning writer. Woohoo!
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Amish, what's going on? Tell us,
That's-
tell us about your award winning writing and where that led you to.
So basically, like last year, I got super into spirituality over COVID, but I am a TV writer and a comedian, award winning. And funny story, last year I got into this parallel universe meditation. I don't know if you've ever done one of those. Great
Yeah,
meditation.
I've never heard of the universe, but you know what? I probably had some taste of it.
There's so many techniques, and it's basically like a universe where this guy says, okay, if you're, like I was just having a hard time writing stuff. I was telling you before, it's like hard to write sometimes, and hard to be creative, hard to let it flow out, hard to surrender to that flow of creativity. And so I was listening to this parallel universe meditation, and the guy basically says, like, if you're not making enough money, if you need more ideas, if you need to be this person, whatever, maybe you're just in the wrong universe. So you do his meditation, bing bang, puts you in the right universe. And he even warns you, like, don't do it if you're not ready for the money and the cars and all the relationships. Don't do it. But I was meditating quite a bit at the time, so I did it. And then I came out, and when I came out, I got an email saying that I won a Canadian Screen Award.
Wow, that's amazing. So, like,
And then like 2 days later, COVID started.
uh, did you
So I,
get hit? Did you get hit with the COVID?
no COVID, no COVID. I stayed with you guys. Like you could say, I could be from a non-COVID universe, but I stayed here for the award.
You're like, the indigo child. You know,
Yeah,
in the other universes.
I'm from a non. I think I'm from a non.
I call myself an indigo child all the time.
Nice. I love that. I love like how hippie cultures get it. It matches like old Hinduism.
And so, do? Are you like a regular meditator now?
Yes, yes. I actually have a show coming up. I have a loving kindness meditation show coming up. I'll show you the flyer. Actually, real quick, we should
Yeah.
show people the music that we're playing. This music track that we're playing, made by you. This is your channel, A Modern Yogi, Charu Puri. Make sure you guys check it out. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, all that good stuff.
Thank you.
This track is fantastic. Thank you for this. And then this is my loving kindness meditation. It's coming up in September, every Thursday. And every episode is like a journey into the heart. Like after I won that Canadian Screen Award, and then also like during COVID, I took these like classes on Buddhism,
Mhm.
and the Buddha said, like, you got to teach loving kindness meditation. It's the Buddha's most powerful technique. I think in Hinduism they call it bhakti, but they don't really do it like that in Hinduism. They don't do it as much. And Buddhism, it's called loving kindness, and it is a practice of like you're practicing feeling love.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. It's called Bhakti Yoga. You're right. And there's all different branches, right? There's like Raja Yoga, which would be like the meditation. Then there's like physical yoga. So yeah, this is the Bhakti Yoga and the loving kindness, as you said, loving kindness. So tell people a little bit about it. Like what? How does it? You talk about the heart chakra. Is that what you're doing, or the heart center?
Yeah, yeah. We basically, you so it turns out that this whole life is like a love simulation. And the energy that makes us alive, that is like this infinite source field of like loving energy. And it's basically like loving awareness. When you have loving awareness, you're technically God. And but basically you're coming down into like one drop of that loving kindness comes down into your body to play in life, and is not only play like create like jumping in the body, but also like simultaneously creating the body. And you're here to play this simulation of loving kindness, where in each moment you have to choose love over hate, or like love over anger, and you're always trying to raise your vibration. I don't know if you've ever seen those charts where they show your vibrational numbers. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I have seen them. I haven't actually done it, but I've seen it. And actually, you talk about vibration, and right away comes to my mind a rose. So they say the rose has the highest frequency vibrational energy there is. That's why there's like nobody in the world that doesn't like a rose, right? I don't think so.
Yeah, yeah.
The highest energy. So we can be like the rose.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, yes. it's almost like that moment where you look at one, that's what a lot of them teach, is that all the teachings are like even for me, it's like I do storytelling. We imagine people that we love. You imagine puppies. Like imagining puppies is like an old loving kindness technique, because when you see a puppy, you just get this instant burst of energy. Like you just get this like, so cute. That feeling is that raise in vibration. And that is technically God. I mean, there's no way to know for sure. It's a great mystery, but yeah, that's the teaching. And if you come to the class, like you can really feel it in all of your body sensations, and you come out feeling like healed and ready to take the world. Some people say that this is the only real work you need to do in life. All other work is like pretend work, but meditation is the real deal. So.
I agree with that. Everything else is secondary, because through this work, meditation, love and kindness, breath work, is going to come all those other things as we play in the Maya.
Yes.
You know?
In the Leela.
The Leela,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny. My family loves whenever I say that. Like my uncles from India, they're like, yes, you are learning.
You got it, son.
You've got it. Yes, it is a Leela only. It is God made this world for you, not against you. It is a Leela. It is a play.
The right track now.
Yeah. Get married. They just jumped to get married so quick. But yeah, should we jump into the Bhagavad Gita? We had two topics that we were going to talk about.
Yeah. So the one that you love so much, gratitude.
Yes.
Yeah. So I say it sarcastically, because not everybody gets it. Not everybody understands gratitude, or I love him, or Paul Das. And we watched this video on YouTube, and it was amazing. There are so many things he said that you cannot help but to change the way you think. As it says, it will change your thought process.
Yeah.
Right in the beginning, before we get into gratitude, if we touch on this video, you're right in the beginning. He says, so poor, all they have is money. So poor, all they have is money. Keep repeating that. And it's so impactful, right? Because it totally makes you think what does he mean? What is he saying?
Yeah.
Some people are just so poor, so absolutely poor, that all they have is money. And as I say, if you want to know how rich you are, then count all those things you have that money cannot buy.
Wow, what a sweetheart. That's so nice.
It's so nice, and I think that's it. That's the gratitude, because we forget so easily,
right,
all things that we do have that money just doesn't buy. It's just no, they're just in my life. I feel very blessed. I have the blessings of God to me, that I have these things, because we just take it for granted.
Yeah. Gratitude's hard, man, because it is it's almost insulting to even tell someone to be grateful. People are like, be grateful? I don't care about anything I have. I want new stuff. I don't care. It's so hard. I bought this gratitude journal, actually. I think I was telling you, from Kyrgyzstan. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I've done one page. It's so much, but I'm just gratitude, boring. Who cares?
So many people.
On to the next.
Yeah, I know. I can't even say that word. What is it? Kyrgyzstan?
Kyrgyzstan. It's a YouTube channel, and they do science, but then they dip into some philosophy and religious stuff. It's amazing channel, beautifully shot video. They have a beautiful video on gratitude and changing your habits, but then they have stuff about how the universe was made.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Well, tell me, what happens to you if you try to do gratitude? Do you just not you just get blocked? Do you feel like you just can't come up with something? And it's no, give me more. I want more.
Yeah, nothing's good enough. Yesterday I went with my niece and I told you my nephew's visiting from Virginia. So we went to eat haka.
Yeah.
And my niece she's got like a youngest girl energy, like a youngest kid energy, which is like, I have it too, which is like, but it's out of control with her. Like, she just gets a fortune cookie, and the fortune cookie says something about like, be grateful and like have a humble heart for your friends. And she's like, this sucks. Tell me I'm lit.
Oh no.
She's like, tell me I'm lit, dude. Tell me I'm going to be rich tomorrow. I don't need to hear about this advice. Keep my feet on the ground. The thing was like, be grateful for friends and keep feet on the ground. She's like, screw this, sucks, dude.
Oh,
Like,
well, how old is she? She's too young to understand. Maybe.
She's 14. She's 14.
She's not that young.
Already wild. These kids, man. She's got that like. Yeah, I remember we were at a wedding, and I'm getting food for myself, and then she just comes up behind me. She's like, "Can you give me more samosa? Can you give me a samosa?" And I like put it in her plate. She's like, "Can you give me a chutney?" I put a spoon in. Another spoon. Okay, bye. And she just like runs away. She just
that's it.
That's it.
I got what I want, and I'm out of here. Yeah.
It's so silly, but that's kind of what happens to me though.
Start catering to kids then. Who knows? Maybe that's a market for you.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it really is though. I do agree with her that like there's this mental block of like, I'm gonna stop and appreciate stuff. It's like, I don't care. I got to do this other thing. Your brain, and this happens a lot with a lot of like loving kindness stuff, is that your ego is actually built to talk you out of it. So my ego's always telling me like, no, that's stupid. That sucks. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, what matters is being a millionaire or something like that.
Yeah, the ego plays louder, it's like amplified. And then if you be like, no, stay down there, and you bring up this side, the spiritual vibration and higher vibrational energy. I always, in my Instagram post, Instagram/modern yogi,
Yes.
out there. So I always talk about like, hashtag higher vibration, hashtag higher frequency, higher consciousness, because that is the first thing. You're right. Like that, everything else is secondary, because you will get all those things. It'll be like they say, God's gift to you, as a thank you. Well, thank you for putting some attention on me and coming into some cosmic consciousness. And then you get these things like the bling bling and this and that and whatever you want. And if you don't get it, because then people can say, well, what if like, I've worked hard my whole life and I still didn't get it. I was just having a conversation with someone the other day, and I was telling them like, yeah, like what if somebody wants to be a singer and they just didn't make it as a singer? Why? And they were like very devoted and like, always meditating and always with.
Wow, that's so sad. The older artists. I get it, man. I'm getting old too, so it's fine.
No, but then this was my thinking on it. My thinking was that like, well, God has another plan for that person. Maybe they're not meant to be a singer, because it could be that maybe they sing and they end up like hurting their throat, and they get like, infection all the time, and they're like, then they lose their voice, and then they can't sing anyhow. And then that's maybe more depressing. So like, God's like, no, that's not for you, because you're going to get a sore throat all the time. You're going to lose your voice all the time. Not for you. Pick a different creative field.
Yeah.
So there's always a plan. There's always another plan, because you hear it all the time, right? Oh, I wanted to do this, wanted to be that, but that didn't happen. So there's a plan,
Art is tough. It's so counterintuitive, because it's almost like thinking like, why am I not famous, is almost like the biggest blocker to making good work that would make you famous. You know what I mean? It's like, if you were in this moment, if you cleared your mind and you were in this moment and you let that, and it just came out so genuine and so tight, like it would be better than if you're thinking constantly. Because I see a lot of people like that, especially as I get older. I see a lot of people who just spin their wheels, and I do it myself all the time. So many people have come in and out of comedy, for example, that are like coming in, they're like, I'm going to take the market, I'm going to be better than everyone, I'm going to win it. They're like mean to people, whatever. And you think like, people always get caught up in like, oh, this guy's going to go, this guy's going to make it. 2 years later, they're out.
Yeah.
They're not even in the game. They're like a year and a half of hyper. And then they're just like, yeah, no, it didn't work out. So in the end, the person who is like so like supposed to be so hardworking and so aggressive, it ends up, because I think there is a burnout with that. Like art is a weird thing, and you know, you can't have judgments. You can't do it. You just have to do your own, and it can't be about when am I going to have this or that or whatever, you know?
Yeah, creative souls have to just stay. Well, we're all creative souls. We're all creative beings. It's just that
Yeah.
uh, the ones who are like really the artists out there, they have to keep that flow going. And how do they keep that creative juice and creative spin and everything alive? It's because they have to do something grounding. They have to like do something meditative. They have to do something like breath work. Breath work is like sort of the bridge between yourself and higher consciousness and higher energy, and so that keeps the creativity juices alive, opposed to like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to like only have a very surface life sort of living and hope, and just hope that like creativity still stays alive. And maybe those people, that's why they have a faster burnout after 2 years, and they can't keep up because they don't have any grounding practices to go within and bring in more creativity, because that's where it comes from, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
It's like the silence versus like your mind trying to figure it out. Sometimes it's a very counterintuitive.
Oh, I like this. What's this?
Oh, this is your video. Yo, this is a great video. So in my meditation, in my guided meditation, like this is the kind of music I need so that when I'm telling them like a story and they're visualizing something, it would be like over something like this. This is great. Thank you for making stuff like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do several journeys.
The fact that guys in the background, the listeners, you can use like just like be relaxed, or you can use it even while you're doing some creative work, and you're there on your computer or something. It's just good background music for, as like it's like uplifting,
True.
spiritual, grounding. So pretty
And it
much,
reminds you to breathe.
yeah, it does. That's my breath in the background.
That's your breath.
Yeah.
That's your
Well,
breath?
well, right now you don't have my video up, by the way. Have the 3.11, David.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay, this is what I was supposed to share. Thank you. Thanks for
Yeah.
telling me that. I was actually looking at your video. Your video, it has a very nice visual to it. But
At another screen, that's why.
yes, yes, yes. It just opened another screen. Yeah, this is 3.1. They've we were going to talk about this as well. This is actually a quote that I found in another YouTube video about the Gita and like their things on gratitude. This is the closest one. This is interesting. So let me read it. This is 3.11. Deva bhavayan bhayavatanena bhavayatanena. With this you do nourish the gods, and may those devas nourish you. Thus nourishing one another, you shall attain the highest good.
I like it. It.
The devas, nourished by the sacrifice, will give you the desired objects. Indeed, he who enjoys objects given by the devas without offering in return to them is verily a thief. So the video, the way I seen this interpreted is you have to give back with gratitude, essentially. Like if you don't have gratitude, you're a thief, and then you're kind of blocking the flow of this. It's very esoteric. I'm actually surprised by how nice it is.
Like pay it forward. Pay it forward with gratitude.
Exactly. Hold on a second. Sorry, say that again.
I said pay it forward and keep shining the light.
Yes. Okay. So that goes into the next quote. The righteous who eat the remnants of the sacrifices are freed from all sins, but those sinful ones who cook food only for their own sake verily eat but sin. No, wait, this next one. They say it. From food come forth beings. From rain, food is produced. From sacrifice arises rain, and sacrifice is born of action. So it's basically like the way I heard this described is like what you were just saying, where it kind of flows in, like the rain or whatever. Like it's like there's sun and there's rain. They make the food. You eat the food. You grow. and then you're supposed to like pass another thing on. So it's supposed to be like a flow of energy, not. And if you don't have gratitude, basically you're blocking it in. You're not letting it flow. So then more doesn't come in.
Yeah. And I know gratitude doesn't come naturally for a lot of people. It doesn't come naturally because we don't, it's not, it's not so highly talked about that, like, it's
Yeah.
like regular practice. But if we just like, even just like one thing a day, and then it becomes easier,
Yeah, it is a practice. So even in this gratitude journal, they make you do these simple, like, what were you grateful for? Okay, what happened today? Think about your day and write down 3 key things that okay, did something good happen to you? And then they even give you suggestions like, did you have a fun conversation? Write it down. A
Right.
moment of calm, write it down. Like a little thing. Nothing is too big or too small. But this is, I think, almost the best way. I guess the two great takeaways we can have on this gratitude is, especially if you're like me and you're just like, boring. 2 things. One is, it can be so small. Like, they're talking about a good conversation. Karma's done. It's like you and I right now, karmas are done. We're approaching, you know what I mean? Karmas have been completed. And then the other thing too, so it can be so small. And then the other thing too, I guess, is that if you give the gratitude, then you get more in. So you're doing it. So you think you're not going to get anything, but you're actually going to get something for it.
Yeah, there's like the give and take is there. The give and take is definitely there. But we don't want to think about the take. We just want to think about the give, I guess. That's what it does,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. If you keep thinking about it, like, it's got to be genuine though.
Well,
But
let's help out some of our viewers and listeners. Let's you think of one gratitude right now that we're going to share with everybody, and I'll think of one gratitude that we can share with everybody.
Well, we're selling tickets for loving kindness meditation. Does that count, or is that too much?
Well, no,
Tickets are selling.
it'll count. It'll count
It'll
because
count. I can't wait to put it together.
your
It's
intention,
you know what happens? I keep finding new things that I could add to the show. Like yesterday, I found this incredible book. You know what? I'll do a real gratitude here. This book is so good. The heart. Oh no, wait. Silo Tales. I'm going to show you this book. It's basically like these guided journeys. We're saying like people from all over the world have found this kind of esoteric knowledge on their own.
Yeah.
I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Tales for the heart and mind. I just found the audio of all these, and they're all like stories, and they're like stories of healing. So by listening to them, and basically the way it's set up, and this is kind of how I do it on my show too, but it's just crazy because I was doing it, and then I found this guy like yesterday who has like a whole collection of these stories, and they're so inspiring, so good. But each one is like a healing, like your spirit goes into this other body, and then you go through like a thing. So very influential, like, in something great, because the show's like next week, and I've gotten so many good like bits of inspiration out of it. So very grateful for this. Tales for the Heart and Mind by Silo.
Wow.
Just like this random author. I know, it's so random. Like, it's got 2 reviews on Amazon. Nobody knows about this book.
And is it like, so it's an audio? So it's an audiobook.
Okay, so I can't get the book anywhere, but what do? I guess somewhere here there's MP3.
Oh yeah.
Latitudepress.com. Bing bang, they're all here.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's so good. It's latitudepress.com, and they're so well, like you can hear the sound, kind of like your music that you have as well, but like the sound production on it is so tight. And I don't know why it's not loading. I have them all downloaded. I don't know. The Child. Let's see The Child. This is like a childhood forgiveness.
Okay.
Not cool that it's not loading right now. Not grateful for that, but
Okay.
Otherwise, very grateful.
Our viewers are kind. They'll forgive us.
Yes, thank you. But yeah, no, that's it for me. Thanks for chatting. I feel grateful even talking to you. It's a good chat. What about you though? You got to do one now. You got to do a gratitude.
I got to do my gratitude. Well, I have gratitude for us. I have gratitude for spending this awesome time together and sharing good things with the world. And if you guys want more of this, then hit the like button,
Do your
And
karmas, hit the like, hit the subscribe. You know, it's not, you know, there's not so many people like us. We want to have these spiritual conversations. I love it. I can talk about this all day.
yes,
So if you're like us and you love having like a little spiritual discussion, make sure, yeah, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and keep watching.
yeah, and definitely, guys, you know, share your comments. We check out all of them, and we also, I think, reply to most of them for the most part, unless you know, one got missed or something. But yeah, so we will catch you guys again soon for more deep discussions on anything spiritual, meditation, and let's do it. Let's be bringing love and kindness and higher consciousness. And we'll catch you guys next time for more. Ciao. Bye.